What if the truth destroys our economy?
This video will prove the Earth is flat. No joke, 100% serious.
A lot of people have been led to believe that the Earth is a sphere. They refer to the work of centuries of physicists and philosophers as, quote, pseudoscience, but there is overwhelming evidence that proves the actual geometry of the Earth. One of them is shared in a video that, in my opinion, I have no idea why the government still allows it online because it could literally start like a revolution. We have been lied to for centuries. But today, MrBeast proves all of them wrong.
Here's all the proof you need. Fortnite is flat.
Fortnite is flat. Fortnite is flat.
Which means our Earth is flat. Duh.
Bruh.
But first I want to tell the story of the man who was silenced because he spoke the truth about the actual geometry of the Earth. Samuel Birley Rowbotham was an English inventor, writer, and utopian socialist who wrote Zetetic Astronomy, Earth Not a Globe under the pseudonym Parallax. His work was originally published as a 16-page pamphlet and later expanded into a book. Rowbotham's method, which he called Zetetic Astronomy, models the Earth as a flat disk centered at the North Pole and bounded along its perimeter by a wall of ice, with the sun, moon, planets, and stars moving only several thousand miles above the surface of Earth. He was convinced that the Earth was flat after observing a lack of curvature on the long, straight drainage ditches of the Bedford levels in his first Bedford level experiment. He then started giving lectures on the subject. He needed some time to learn his craft, and when he was unable to explain why ships' hulls vanished before their masts when they were going out to sea, he left a lecture in Blackburn. He eventually carried out several experiments to prove his point that the Earth was flat, but to his surprise he was shunned and revoked, called mad and a charlatan. But getting back to MrBeast's proof.
What you're looking at right now is a bunch of clouds. You may not know this, but clouds are actually made by the government to disguise the fact that the world is flat.
God have mercy upon us.
As earlier stated, MrBeast set out to prove that the world was actually flat. Hence, he set up a team of his colleagues in which one of them traveled to Botswana in Africa and MrBeast headed to Hawaii. We're in the exact same side of the Earth on the other side that is based on the spherical model. Using supermagnets, you'd expect that if the Earth was a sphere, that these magnets placed at exactly right angles to each other on the exact opposite side of the globe would cause them to pivot towards each other, or even move considerably, proving that on the other side of the world, an identical magnet was also placed. But as we can see from the video, nothing happens. There simply isn't any change in the behavior of each respective magnet. MrBeast even decided to recalculate his longitude and latitude to make sure that he was on the exact opposite side of the Earth to the other guys. And he noted a parallax, to which he then decided to move away from his position and attain a closer proximity than he had originally calculated, but to his surprise, nothing still happened. He even tried to move the magnet a little to the left to ensure that even the slightest miscalculation was accounted for, but still not even a budge. It was quite uneventful and sad. So there you have it. The Earth is actually a flat disk and not a sphere. If the Earth was actually a sphere, then the magnets would have had at least a budge or nudge indicating the attraction to a similar magnet.
Tyler, do you realize what we just did?
I think I do.
We just proved the Earth is flat. I don't even know if we should release this footage. Like, a lot of the world's revenue comes from making globes. What are they gonna do now? No one likes flat math.
For those who really want to know the truth and not condone with the insane way the establishment has pushed the spherical Earth narrative to clearly indoctrinate us into believing that the Earth is a sphere, which is probably because a geographically spherical planet is more profitable to the government than admitting the truth. Other people have of course said the Earth is actually like a donut shape, but again this narrative was disproved by MrBeast.
The world could still be a donut, so do not panic yet. I need to confirm with Chris the world isn't a donut because there's a circle in the middle. You're on the other side of the circle in the middle, whereas me and Chris are on the same, little plane, just he's on the other side of it.
Let me try something. If the Earth is a donut, it would probably taste good, right?
It would. You should try eating some dirt.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
It doesn't taste very good.
Does it? You're telling me the Earth doesn't taste like a donut?
He sent Chris to Illinois, where he would carry another identical magnet, And if the Earth was a donut, then you'd expect the magnets to budge or nudge due to their attraction, but then again, nothing happens. So you guys can live knowing that A, the Earth is not a sphere, and B, it's definitely not a donut as well. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and also don't forget to subscribe, especially if you think the government is lying to you. Just kidding, but seriously subscribe though. Thanks for watching, and let us know in the comments if you would like more videos like this in the future.
You're welcome, guys. For all you wondering if you're living on a donut, you're not.